Rodriguez Show.
And we are back on the Rodriguez Show, and we have our second special guest performing at the Halloween Festival, October 29th, here for the reissue of My Hella Holy Halloween, Real Camille. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. A reissue, man?
Yeah, reissue. You were here 4 years ago in 2018 promoting the initial release of My Hella Holy Halloween under the name Rudy Six. So how have you been in the past 4 years?
Dear God, it feels like it's been like 9 years.
I know.
I've been up, down, left, right, inside, and out, but I don't know, I'm just always evolving, clearly.
Yeah.
And it was really through the pandemic and through like creating and soul searching, willingly or not, that I was ready to just change shit up. So yeah.
So changing things up, and that's what went into changing your name that you use for performances.
Yeah, because I don't know. I feel like a name is the first thing anyone knows about you.
Right. Yeah.
And I had my last project that I put out as Rudy Six was called Surreal, and there was just sort of a natural evolution that I went throughout the quarantine and creating, and then I was like, I think I'm this person. I think I'm this dude right here, Surreal.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I feel like we all went through kind of a transformation like that during the pandemic. Like even I would say like I'm not the same person I was in 2019 or even now in 2020. Like I guess it would make sense to change my name like if I was an artist. Like we've had so many people that have done that.
Yeah, I mean, like if not a name then something. Like how can you be the same after what we've been
all
through?
that.
Right.
Yeah. So one of the things that we talked to you about actually 2 years ago on FaceTime was the Twitch streaming that you've been doing. How did you start doing that?
Well, it was right before the pandemic. I started doing drag in late 2019, and I had a couple friends on Twitch, and I was just sort of poking around the site, seeing what was going on. And it was just sort of in the back of my mind. Maybe I'll start playing on Twitch again. I wasn't even really gaming at the time. But one of my good friends hooked me up with a refurbished PS4. It died this year, but you know.
It lived a good run.
Yeah, so I'll be like, oh, where's my PS5, homie? I gotta upgrade it. But yeah, all that happened, and then I started streaming on February 2nd, 2020. So like the pandemic, like, it was happening, but we didn't really have that awareness of it. And then I was just doing it as a means to like get on a camera and practice my makeup skills and just let it grow, get to know people, build a network. Yeah. And then it became like the only source of income in addition to like, you know, the stipends and all that. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I got started on Twitch. It was just there. And then it went from casual to let's get serious about this because I don't know when the world is opening up again.
For a person to do that, to generate income, like how many hours a day are you committed to doing that?
It depends. There's so many factors that go into it. When I was not working, I was doing some long streams just because I had the time. And so I'd say maybe like 8 hours just because it was taking me maybe 4 hours to get into the makeup, 3-4 hours at the beginning. And then I was like, I want to make this worth it. Right. I'm not going to spend 4 hours and then spend less time than that live. Not that, you know, it makes immediate sense, but that's how I was adding it up at the time. Yeah. So yeah, when I wasn't working, when it was peak quarantine, I was up there I was doing like 8-hour streams pretty easily, at least 3 times a week.
Yeah, and you do a variety of things on there, and one of them was playing games, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think that Twitch is just playing games. I mean, Twitch be playing games, but people also, you know, they get on there, they do music, they do talk shows, podcasts, watch parties, all that stuff. But my primary mode it's been gaming because that was sort of, it just opened up that part of me again because I used to be a big gamer as a kid. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as far as that, like, so easing into that, like at first, would you say it was kind of hard getting into a groove, or were you just kind of like, you know, just going with it and then like it was just natural to do?
It continues to be hard to get into a groove, but a lot of it is just, it's about putting yourself out there. It's about, it's the same thing that we do, you know, when we're trying to, you know, get gigs and get shows and get, you know, guests and stuff. But it was all happening with parasocial relationships. It's all happening digitally. So, a few months in, I found, there's a team of other drag artists on Twitch called the Stream Queens.
Okay.
It's not just drag queens. There's kings, there's creatures, all that stuff. But, some people want to wait until they're, quote, ready for, throwing their hat in the ring. And I was like, I do drag. Y'all are a team of drag people.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And, that's really the mentality that you have to have. And that mentality, truthfully, comes and goes for me. But
Wow, and it takes a lot of commitment to be able to do, like you said, like 3 or 4 hours of makeup. Oh my God.
getting it down to 2, though.
Yeah.
Making progress, depending on what I'm trying to do.
And then playing games. Do you have a favorite one?
The ones that I go back to currently are, I'm into like the Final Fantasies. I'm into that sort of stuff. But I started out playing strictly like the Resident Evil games.
Oh, okay.
Because I was always, this used to scare the life out of me as a kid. I would always like watch my older brothers play it, like hiding under, they'd be sitting on the chair. I'd be hiding underneath them watching. So those are really fun. It's been really fun to get into like old like retro games, like Twisted Metal, Metal Gear Solid, Jet Moto, all that stuff. So yeah, I'm true. Like some people get on there and just play the same thing for hours, and my attention span just does not work that way.
So you switch it up.
Yeah, pretty like to a fault. To a fault.
Yeah, I just started playing the Resident Evil games. I just started playing Resident Evil 4.
Come on.
It's the first time I've ever played it, but it's so fun. Like I was scared, like you said, of those games.
They're great. And then there's way worse ones. Like, there's games like Outlast, Dead Space. There's a lot of stuff out there. The Alien Isolation game is notorious for being hard and challenging.
Scary too. Switching gears a little bit, the last time you were here, you talked about how you always use this time, like fall, October, Halloween time, to learn to look inward and kind of learn things about yourself. And what have you learned recently about yourself?
Ooh, too much, to be perfectly honest with you. But most recently, I for the first time in literally, like, I did not date throughout the entirety of the pandemic. Sometimes for safety, other times just because I wasn't feeling it. But I very recently had a successful first couple of dates, and it's been nice. It's been. I'm someone who I don't know. I don't really default to vulnerability when, like in that sort of like social relationship sense. Yeah. But I sort of went into dating like honestly with too much awareness, and I was just like, I think I need this. I think I need to put myself out there in this way and start to try to open myself up.
Because that's the only way people are going to learn who you are, if you open up a little bit.
That's it. And you can be mad and alone. And I just wasn't feeling that anymore. So
that's good.
I was like, we got to do it.
And you just got to keep putting yourself out there. And like, I don't know. I haven't dated in a while, but I'm sure it's like, it's tough. I can only imagine the world out there.
Listen, and I thought I had a hard time trusting before a global pan.
Oh,
but now
oh my God,
that's way different. Can't trust nobody in these streets.
Yeah. True. So the reason you're here to promote the My Hella Holy Halloween, the reissue, the project. Every once in a while, you reissue this project. Tell us the story of it.
Well, this is my first reissue of it, but the story of the project is I wanted to do a take on Halloween that was, honestly, I wanted a project that would not be stuck in just the month of October. The title track absolutely is. It's fine.
Yeah.
My Hello, like, it's okay. I'm still going to be listening to it in April, but that might not be for everybody. But I wanted to focus on things that we just fear as people. So there's, fear of like leaving toxic relationships. There's fear of staying in toxic relationships. There's fear of just tapping into your potential. So it really just focuses on those sort of things. And it starts off as relationship-based fears, and it sort of evolves into looking within and... But all that sounds real like heavy, and some of the lyrics like kind of go there. Yeah. But the music it's dancey, it's dark, it's fun. Yeah. So you can groove to it.
That's what I liked about it. That's one of the reasons why you're performing at the Halloween Fest. It's just such a great. It's the vibe of it is dancey, but you're talking about real things that are scary. So that's why it kind of all ties together.
Exactly. That was the goal. Yes. Thank you.
This is My Hella Holy Halloween, And yeah, it's a great project. I always listen to it every year around this time. But like you said, sometimes even in April, I'll pop it on because that song is so great, and all the songs in there are just really great.
Shout out to Dance Dance, the producer.
Producer Mellow Thing's also involved in this, right?
Yeah, I recorded the entirety of this project in Mellow Thing Studio, and that's my favorite part of the process is getting in the booth, recording. And Mellow is someone who I always have a good time recording with. I'm gonna be getting in that booth again pretty soon, so I'm really excited.
Shout out Mellow Thing. He's great. So before we play a couple tracks, I do have a new segment that you haven't done. It's called Dope or Nope. So I have a Halloween themed Dope or Nope here, and you're going to tell me, I'm going to tell you just the topic, and you tell me if you think it's dope or nope, and you explain your reasoning. Ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Stranger Things, dope or nope?
Dope.
Yeah? You like the new season?
I think it's good. It's fine. It's entertaining. People want to hate on it because it's popular and all that stuff, and sure, but I think they do a good job.
Sometimes it's okay to just like it.
Let it happen. It ain't the end of Game of Thrones. Let it happen.
That's true. Bobbing for apples.
No,
right? What a weird game.
Before the pandemic, after, during, no, that's never been fun.
Stick your head in a barrel and grab an apple with your mouth.
I'm sorry. What kind of unhinged jaws are gathering these gala apples?
It's true with that.
I don't know how you do it. Bobbing for grapes. That is realistic.
There you go. Sure.
We're not gonna have bobbing for apples at the Halloween Fest.
Nope.
Excellent.
Leatherface, dope or nope?
I'm going to say nope, just because there's a game called Dead by Daylight, and Leatherface is a character or his likeness is in that game. Yeah. And there was a lot of controversy over him taking certain characters' faces because there's some black characters in the game, and people were up in arms about him being able to don just give him the white faces, please.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And some of the toxic, gamers are wild.
Yeah,
and there were a lot of people
for no reason.
Defending for no reason. This is the hill you want to die on? This fictional murderer being able to wear the faces of colored people. Yeah. All right, okay.
Oh,
do you?
God. So yeah, Leatherface, nope. They're also making just a game based on that game, just independent of just Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you play either side.
They're making a game based on
Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
really?
Where you play either the family of crazy people or the tribe people trying to escape.
That's smart because the Friday the 13th game got a lot of traction, but I think they ran into some legal issues, so they couldn't really grow or expand or capitalize on what they were doing. So go ahead, go ahead, Leather.
The movie Nope, dope or nope?
Oh, dope.
Yeah,
I say dope.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think a lot of people too much pressure on Jordan Peele to be like the second coming of Alfred Hitchcock, and I'm like, chill.
Just enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride. It was a good time. You can put Keke Palmer in anything.
She was a highlight.
Showing up. So good.
Let's see. Trick or treating at 25 years old.
Nope. I used to do door-to-door canvassing. So knocking on doors ain't cute when you're grown. It's not even I don't even think it's cute for kids anymore. It's too hot in these streets. I don't know what year it turned, but trick-or-treating ain't it anymore. No. Unless you live in one of those scary gated communities from the Purge.
Everybody knows each other.
Yeah, but that has its own problems. But an HOA, some Irvine.
And lastly, dubstep. Dope or nope?
Nope for me.
No. I don't know why I put that in the Halloween theme.
In 2022.
It's still huge. It's still huge. It's still big.
It's the horror of electronic music.
There's some,
Dope or dope? It's Real Camille. All right, so we're playing 3 tracks off My Hella Holy Halloween. We're definitely playing the title track, My Hella Holy Halloween, and then tell us about the other tracks as well.
So the 3 that we're going to be playing, we've got Brain Matter, which is the only fully self-produced track on the EP. It's an interlude. It's just 45 seconds, but I think it's an effective 45 seconds. But yeah, it's just a little bit of, honestly, I took some spoken word things that I wrote and just whittled it down to some catchy, vaguely reflective stuff. We got the title track, which is just a ride. It's fun. It's definitely the peak of the album. And then we have the track that comes. Actually, these songs, I think these are all back to back on the album. And then Frio Freak after My Hella Holy Halloween. It's really just the album sort of the EP really builds up to My Hella Holy Halloween, which is all just about self and sort of taking back your just ownership of yourself, which is what I feel like I did. I feel like I lost myself some years ago in relationships and in life. And this is about sort of coming back to you. And then Free Yo Freak is really, once you're back at you, it's really about just unlocking your potential and getting it out there. Free Yo Freak, like it's that.
Nice.
Like it.
Well, thank you for being here, and they can follow you on Instagram at Real Camille on Instagram there. And check out the project, My Hello Holy Halloween. There's 3 tracks right now, and we'll see you on the 29th. It's going to be great.
It's going down.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it right now on The Rodriguez Show.